Ave. Funny you should say that, though I wish the sentiment behind my plea shared that levity. Do you remember the woman we rescued here? The one forced upon by the orcs? Well, the woman, Denise, has vanished, leaving little trace for where she went. She was being tended to by the field nurse, but must have slipped out during the night. My first suspicion is that of her unborn child. She repressed the trauma from her capture, but I could see the despair simmering beneath her strange smile. The nurse told me of Denise's fascination with this local myth, a witch who was known to perform dark rituals and the like. So my fear is that Denise has fled into the wilds in search of that witch, probably in an attempt to deprive herself of that child. Such actions betray a shattered mind. The Imperials are supposed to protect, govern their subjects, and see them suffer no harm as long as they obeyed. Yet our stay here has put that pledge to the fire. If we can have one small victory, to do one thing right, it would be this. I wish I could send my own, but we've scant bodies to spare. Good luck, for what it's worth, and bring her back alive. Having spent many days with nary a peep in the Reach, I've divulged in some research to best prepare against the more dangerous folk in this realm. Of prominence are the witches, who are known to steer the witchmen to greater ends, creating archaic military structures which see themselves as lieutenants, with their hag-raven superiors becoming something akin to generals, whether through birthright or practical utility. Given such responsibility, these witches are commonly trained in arts that can command authority. Mostly, these are the offensive magics they employ, which mostly take the form of the ice sorcery you may have seen, to other more sinister invocations that smack of ancient arts. Her name is Nuada, supposedly. She seldom travels from her lair and is known to make trespassers vanish if they stray too close. However, some are granted the privilege of her presence. For whatever reason, we're not sure. I wouldn't be surprised if such fortunate agents are being weaved into a grander plot by the witch. If there's ever a person you shouldn't trust, it's a witch. Just be careful within her domain. Don't make the mistake of so many others in underestimating her. Enticing words and promises of power have many fall to her schemes. We don't want to see your shriveled head added to her savage gallery. Serve the Empire.
Oh no, please go. Don't bring up that memory. I can't go back. It makes me sick what happened there. I need to get rid of this spawn in me. If you really want to help, then you can do that by helping the witch. She's the one who will bereave me of this omen that was thrust upon me. More so than I am already, death would be a welcome release. I came here with the notion of my demise at the back of my mind, and it was comforting. That either way, through her getting rid of my child, or me passing on, I would find peace. I just hope now, since I've made it this far, that it's the former. Farewell, knight.
I desire to be a mother. Animus that has willed me into helping this woman supplant a progeny unto me, so that I may be imputed with dynasty. Maybe you have not seen, but you're in a tale of mothers. Mothers are weaving stories in every stride you take. Who knows what they have laying down your strength? And with my own child, I will have another destiny to write from my own. A fate that will leave red the world in its spill. Death bell to soothe the pulse, nine root to seal the soul, and ectoplasm to deprive that poor child of the flesh, and have it be ethereal. With these, the seed can be carried from its mother's soil, without too much anguish for either. To have the world for harvest would solve so much. Yet, drawing upon this arcane tapestry cannot make these miracles a reality. You have offered yourself in her aid, have you not? Well, this quest should say the ailing woman's mind. Go yonder and fulfill her desire. So the soon-to-be will never be. This child will be yanked from the mother's bosom. Better today than to leave it destitute and unloved tomorrow. Poor soul, to not even have the love of your mother. Nature does weave the saddest tales, doesn't it? Enough time has been wasted in idle thought. Now comes the time for the visual result of our dilemma. Surrender yourself, Denise. Lay upon the cot and wish for release. The torments that haunt you will cease to be.
I owe you my life, knight. Forgive me for all that I've put you through.
How can few shepherd many? A blanket of illusion keeps the lamps warm at night. Life is simple, life is just. Drink back to your whole child. Such godly matters aren't for you.
Gods, I feel sick.
Want, desire, dream, ambition unfold. We all pull towards our ideal, and may the souls be parted.
Tragic seeing these forts in such a state. Can't say I'm surprised seeing the Empire these days.
Great work at the outpost. You found an ally. I really don't know why I got my hopes up. This rancid hole spells nothing but doom for all that have the misfortune to wander here. Was there no hint that the witch was conspiring to bereave her of life? Why were you so ready to trust someone who dabbles in dark magic? You saw how distraught she was. She was not in the state of mind to be making such brash choices. But ultimately, it was her choice. Who am I to rob someone of their agency? The product of all that hate that has found a haven in the Reach. She wouldn't have gone to such desperate lengths if her child didn't carry that incredible stigma that hinders every orc. Yes, of course. Forgive me. It's too often that the bureaucracy warps what is a very simple and personal matter. I just had the hope that it could have turned out differently. She never deserved this, neither did you. This burden should have been mine to bear. The Reach needs more people like you. Keep on with that altruistic streak and maybe others will follow suit. Go with grace.